Hi, my name is Lisa Thompson. Before Cafe Rosso, I was a struggling diabetic. You see, I wasn't born diabetic, but I was born with a sweet tooth. Well, make that sweet teeth. I always loved sweet foods, especially at breakfast time. Chocolate covered glazed donuts, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, mini wheats, Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, you name it. If there was a cereal that had lots of sugar in it, I consumed it with gusto. It was at breakfast time that I was introduced to my first cup of coffee. I was 9 years old and at my grandparents' house. The smell of roasted coffee beans percolating was intoxicating. I asked my grandmother for a cup of coffee and she gave it to me the way she drinks it, straight black. I took one sip. It tasted awful. My grandmother saw my expression, laughed, then added cream and sugar to my coffee, and then it tasted so much better. Let's fast forward to today. I still drink coffee with cream and sugar, and I drink coffee every morning during my 50-minute commute to work. 30 minutes after I arrive at work, I have the crash. I feel so tired and sluggish that I need something to pick me up to get me through the day. So what do? Yep, I hit the vending machines. I'll go get some chocolate, or I'll go get a Diet Coke, or I will go get another cup of coffee with cream and sugar. Anything to give me the energy to make it through the day. So by the time I get to bed at night, I'm so full of caffeine and sugar that I can only get 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I wake up tired, so guess what do I do to keep me awake during my morning commute? You guessed it. I drink more coffee with cream and sugar. I'm putting my body through a vicious circle, and sooner or later something has to give. It does. It is 1 year ago that I received the call from my doctor to tell me the results of my annual blood work. I have diabetes. Diabetes runs on both sides of my family. I was devastated. I watched my beloved grandmother have both her legs amputated below the knee because of diabetes. I was heartbroken to see this strong, independent woman be confined to a wheelchair and ashamed to no longer be walking and driving again. I remembered being up all night after finding out I had diabetes, scared to death that I would wind up having the disease so bad that I would wind up like her, losing the ability to walk, drive, be confined to a wheelchair, or worse, having my legs amputated. Something had to change. I had to change. I followed my doctor's instructions to cut back on my sugar and carb intake. I cut out all sweets, juices, and candy, except I couldn't break the habit of cutting back on cream and sugar in my coffee. So I sought out a good friend of mine who's a health nut. I shared with her my struggles with diabetes, especially with the cream and sugar. And that's when she introduced me to Cafe Rosso. She drinks this coffee every day and gave me a sample with one instruction only. I had to drink the whole cup without cream and sugar. So the next morning I decided to try Cafe Rosso with my breakfast. The first thing I noticed was the coffee was red. I was so used to seeing either black coffee or that light tan color when you add cream and sugar, so the red color had me intrigued. I took my first sip. There was no bitter aftertaste. It started off like a strong, dark roasted coffee, but finished so smooth like a house blend. It tasted better with each sip I took, and before you knew it, I finished my whole cup. As I put my coffee cup into the sink, it hit me. This was the first time I drank coffee without cream and sugar. The amazing feeling didn't stop there. I had increased energy. I didn't crash 30 minutes into my workday, and to my amazement, no visits to the vending machine all day. One cup of Cafe Rosso kept me going the whole day long. Since then, I have broken my addiction to adding cream and sugar to my coffee. I'm getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep at night because I don't have so much caffeine and sugar going into my body. I'm saving money because I'm not going to the vending machine multiple times during the day. I'm more productive and focused throughout the day because I don't have the sugar crashes. And the best part is, by switching to Cafe Rosso, I lost 10 pounds and my blood sugar levels are dropping each and every day. My doctor said that I am on the right path to reclaiming my health. It's amazing what can happen to your body when it receives the proper nutrition. To learn more about Cafe Rosso or would like to try a free sample, click on the link and fill in your information. The first cup is on me.